Good morning, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Salil Raghavan, Head of the Institute, Mr. Birwadkar, Principal Captain Sethi. Sethi sir has also joined. Vice Principal Captain John, Head of the Engineering, Mr. Kulkarni, colleagues, parents, and dear cadets. A very good morning to all of you once again. And now to begin with, cadets will be taking the oath. So cadets, kindly repeat after me. Stand up and repeat after me. Ready? On my honor, I promise to serve my country to the best of my ability at all times. I shall be loyal to the Great Eastern Shipping Company Limited and will place the ship always before myself. I'll be proud of my uniform as an officer in the service of the company and will uphold the moral values based on my Indian heritage. Jai Hind. Thank you. On behalf of the Institute, it gives me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our honorable chief guest and parents who are present online. I would like to present bouquet to the guest. Sir, I am presenting you here online, but it will be delivered to you to Mumbai.
Thank you, Shilpa.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, it is an honor that despite your busy schedule, you have agreed to spend your valuable time with us today on the occasion of the passing out ceremony of ETO 25 batch. Welcome once again, sir. Today is a memorable day for all of us, and especially for the ETO 25 batch who are passing out and ship ready for the parent company Great Eastern Shipping and other employers as well. This is a stepping stone for a wonderful career, and I am privileged to start this ceremony by requesting our Vice Principal, Captain Capt John, to formally introduce our chief guest to the audience. So,
Hi. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Salil Raghavan, Head of the Institute, Mr. David Birwadkar, Principal Captain Sethi, my colleagues, staff, instructors, cadets, and the batch of ETO 25. There is no need for any introduction of Mr. Salil. We all know him, but some of you might not. I take this opportunity to introduce him formally. Mr. Salil Raghavan is an industrial engineer from the College of Engineering, Trivandrum. He's done his post-graduation in human resource management from XLRI, Jamshedpur. He has about 30 years of experience encompassing strategic and operational HR, organizational development, talent management, industrial relations, compensations and rewards, learning and development. And he has been heading the HR department of Great Eastern Shipping Company from 2007. He has exposure in various sectors, and he's certified in various psychometric instruments. Now, there are a whole lot of things he has done. I mean, it's huge. But his hobbies are basically, he's into quiz. And because of the COVID time, you have not met him. But otherwise, he's a keen cricketer himself. Play a lot of games over here in gyms. He also fond of following soccer, cricket of course, and reading. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, sir. I will now present a brief course end report for ETO 25 batch. 30 engineer cadets joined GEIMS on 2nd March 2022. The 4-month course got started online due to the COVID situation. It was indeed very challenging for the cadets, faculty, and IT team especially, who worked relentlessly to get the online training delivered seamlessly. On 21st March, the cadets reported on site at Lonavala GEIMS campus. Training commenced after following strict COVID precautions. Since then, these cadets have undergone rigorous training that has included mandatory STCW courses and high voltage course as well. The final examination was conducted from 27th June to 29th June. Thereafter, vivas were conducted and 27 cadets successfully passed all the subject. That is 90% result of the batch, and very congratulations to everyone for that. 3 cadets have failed, but I am 100% confident about them that they will definitely clear with the good marks in the reappearing in the examination. I would like to thank all the faculties, instructors, wardens in grooming this young 29 men and 1 lady ETO cadet. Marinize them and be effective officers to be on board ship. Among these cadets, we are also proud that 5 of them are selected in C-SPAN. 5 more are undergoing recruitment process for C-SPAN, and 5 are selected in Goodwood. And other companies are also approaching, and they will be appearing as and when the interviews and recruitment process will be going on. Cadets, you are now on the threshold of transition from the severity of academic pursuit to the intensity of selling world. The pressures of continuously delivering performance in the world of sailing will give you opportunities to apply and test what you have so rigorously learned in the GEMS. So on this emotive occasion, when one phase of your life is behind you and you enter a new phase, you must do so with optimism and commitment. So dear cadets, remember to adhere firmly to the system of ethics, a set of guiding beliefs, and repeatedly test them in the crucible of your life. This implies inner moral compass, constancy, and a living conscience. The inner alarm will set you a long path and a successful path. Right? Sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sail, explore, dream, march forward, and make India brighter, greater, and safer than ever before. I wish you all the very best and work safely and be a brighting, electrifying electrotechnical officers. Thank you. I now request ETO 25 cadet Anuj Patil to come to the podium and express your thoughts on behalf of the ETO 25 batch.
A very good morning to one and all. Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Salil Raghavan, Head of Institute, Mr. Birwadkar, sir, Principal Captain Sethi, Vice Principal Captain John, sir, Course in Charge, Shilpa ma'am, faculties, staff, and my fellow cadets. I'm Anuj Patil from ETO 25, and I'm standing before you to express my thoughts on our last day at GEIMS Lonawala. It's been an eventful period of 4 months, to say the least. I still remember how happy I was when we were asked to report to Lonavala in March. After 2 years of lockdown and restrictions, we were finally leaving home. Little did we know what awaited us. No Zomato, no Swiggy, no fast food. No bandwidth to stay up all night watching series and movies like we used to back at home. Formals everywhere, no outings. Schedule starting at 5:30 in the morning, PT at 6, breakfast as early as 7 a.m. and dinner at 7 p.m. Most of us didn't even wake up at 7 when we were home. Over 8 hours of lectures, an entire evening spent catching up with all the gyan flowing through the day. But within a few weeks, magic started to happen. It happened with me, and I'm sure it happened with many others as well. We no longer needed the 5:30 whistle to wake us up. Morning PT became a joyful routine in friendship and shenanigans. Lectures turned into refreshing technical interactions and discussions. Evenings turned into moments to soak the shades of the setting sun and the greens of the glistening grass. Bit too poetic, I know. Especially the swimming lessons and SVCW was one of the best memories at GEMS we've had. Coming to classmates, each one a unique character in its own. Some weird, some funny, some quiet, some not so quiet. Bhandari gang. Some practically skilled, some bookworms, and some who did not care at all. But I think we all came to appreciate the strengths and weaknesses of each other, what everyone brought to the table, how to look at the brighter sides, overlook the darker sides, and how different colors of the spectrum make a beautiful rainbow. Perhaps that's something we'll have to apply in our sea life as well. The most important emotion I wish to express today is gratitude. Gratitude to our faculty in charge, Shilpa ma'am, for her continued guidance and patience with us every step of the way, right from our online classes till today, with a motherly grace. And I hope, I pray, it stays with us in the future as well. To the faculties for blessing us with knowledge and skills and stories of their experiences. To the electrical lab staff who gave all their knowledge and skills to us. To the workshop staff who skilled us and honed us in all the floor skills. The admin and the IT staff who helped us out in countless small things right from online classes. To the wardens who were just like jackfruits. Kathal ki tarah, bahar se kathor, andar se naram. Thank you so much. The canteen staff and the auxiliary staff at GEIMS for making us stay here comfortable and healthy. To the furry friends, the dog squad on campus, it was source of pure joy for all of us. Honestly, they have kept me sane for the last 4 months. Finally, to the management of GEIMS for creating and maintaining this beautiful campus. It wouldn't be an understatement if I say कि पंछियों को पिंजरे से प्यार हो गया है. What we take from here? Of course, knowledge and skills. Equally important, I believe, is the attitude of safety, honesty, and competency that has been inculcated in us on the campus. Most important of all, humility. I have come to appreciate this quality among most of our faculties at GEIMS. Years and in some cases lifetimes of sailing experience, and you somehow managed to make us comfortable. Never did I feel any hesitation or apprehension to ask a doubt, even if it was silly. Saroj, let me be the first to tell you, it makes a huge difference to good students. And I hope you continue to be this way for all the batches to come. This being our farewell and all, there is just one thing I wish to ask, is the permission to revisit the campus as alumni anytime. No matter where we go from here, we'll definitely follow what is written at the admin entrance. That is Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya. पहले तो blackout होने नहीं देंगे, अगर हुआ तो बत्ती जलाने का काम तो कर ही देंगे. With this promise, I thank you all again. Have a good day.
That was a very nice speech, and I must mention here that he is the guy who was always fine sleeping in the class, but whenever I ask question, I don't know how he managed to answer every time. So that's a good way to, I mean, it's not good to sleep in the class, but good to pay attention. So thank you for your kind words. And now I request Cadet Shivam Bhandari to please present the video presentation on behalf of the ETO 25 batch. Shivam.
चलो ना ढूंढे शहर एक नया, जहाँ मुस्कुराहटे हैं बिखरी, जहाँ से गम का मौसम गया, जहाँ मीठी बातें हर एक अजनबी से हों, भूले हम भी जो सारी फिक्रें, लम्हा लम्हा खुशियां बिखरे, इधर उधर और यहाँ वहाँ, जाए वही दिल कहे जहाँ, बेबे 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 हम धड़कने, दिल जैसे धड़के धड़कने दो, क्यों है कोई याद नबी, शोला जो भड़के भड़कने दो. चलो ना गाए नए नए गीत, खेल ऐसा क्यों ना कोई खेल जिसमें सबरी की हो जीत, इन दिनों भूलो तारे कोई भी देखता नहीं, देखे उनको दीवाने हो के कोई कितना भी हमको टोके, खुली हवा हो खुला समा, जागे हुए हो सब अरमा, बेबे 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 हम धड़कने, दिल जैसे धड़के धड़कने दो, क्यों है कोई याद नबी, शोला जो भड़के भड़कने दो. हो बेबी टेल मी कब तक जीना हम धड़कने दिल जैसे धड़कने दो क्यों है कोई याद नबी शोरा जो भर के भड़कने दो कब तक जीना हम धड़कने दिल जैसे धड़कने दो क्यों है कोई याद नबी शोरा जो भर के भड़कने दो कब तक जीना हम धड़कने दिल जैसे धड़कने दो क्यों है कोई याद नबी शोरा जो भर के भड़कने दो
Amigo.
Thank you, everyone. 4 months we have taught you electro technology, and last day they taught me how to do acting. So thank you. Now the time has come for the much-awaited award presentation. Since Mr. Salil Raghavan sir is online, I request Captain John to please come forward and hand over the awards to the meritorious cadets. So please. The all-round cadet award goes to Cadet Anuj Patil. Congratulations. The first rank prize goes to Cadet Anas Mohiuddin. Sorry. Anu. Congratulations. Third rank prize goes to Cadet second rank prize goes to Cadet Anuj Patil.
Shilpa, you're mute. Shilpa, you're mute. Shilpa. Yog, if you can hear me, Shilpa is mute.
Yes, sir.
I now thank you, cadets. Thank you, sir. I now request our vice principal to say a few words and address the cadets.
Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. This batch is respected chief guest, head of the institute and principal, colleagues, instructors, staff, and everyone present over here, including your parents. Dear cadets, you'll have come over here during the COVID time, maybe 2 weeks of learning, not very much of damage done. But I hope whatever is learned is retained. Yesterday I was talking to you and, you'll understand one thing that you'll have done. You are still trainee cadets. You are still trainees on board. You've just finished 1/3 of your training over here, right? The feedback that you gave, it looks like you're going on board to do a job. Not as yet, right, Anuj? Yeah. It's good that you learn all this equipment that has been taught to you. The basic safety has been taught to you. It's not the end of things. It's just the stepping stone. And I'm sure when you go on board, you'll be a bit frightened of the unknown, right? You've seen movies and pictures and videos of all these ships, but doing the real thing is a little different. You've seen rough weather on the simulator. Wow. You liked it. But now it's rock and roll in Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, no? And you're going to have at least 10% rough weather in a month. Learn to enjoy it, no? It's like you being back in your mama's arm, being rocked and rolled. Don't take it seriously. Enjoy it. I've told you that earlier. So now, regarding the LSA and FFA equipment, I've been telling the GME as well. We have something called as a safety equipment survey on board. We have an outsider, a surveyor who comes to look after the equipment to see whether it's in shape. But my question to all the crew members and all the cadets, all the officers, is one thing. Do you need somebody to tell you that your life jacket is torn? Or your fire line is old? I don't think so. I think you need to be very proactive and handle it yourself, Safety is in your hands. The ship is going to be your home. You're going to sail 8 months in a year, 4 months at home. But truly speaking, now ship is going to become your home. You look after it, and that is the best survival craft. Yes. And I've heard all this. I make voyages in the Pacific, and we have very bad weather, maybe 15 days of rock and roll. And I have all the junior officers coming to me, sir, this is the last sailing. I am going to quit. The ship is coming from Seattle all the way to India or something. Okay, I hear them out. No, this is the last sailing. I cannot take it anymore. And then the ship pulls into Singapore. People go ashore, shopping. Everyone's happy. After that, everyone's forgotten the bad weather. So just remember that, Don't get very worked up with bad weather. You're going to face it. It's inevitable. And seasickness is not contagious, right? You are going to be seasick, maybe some for a day, some for a few days, but keep eating and hang in there. You'll be treated not very well in the first 5 days because you are more of a liability than an asset, right? They call you all kind of name, but then hang in there. And then learn the job, you will be accepted. Now, when you are inducted here, everyone gave big talks, I joined Merchant Navy for adventure, 9 to 5 job, big talk, But when you learn, when you work something close to 20 hours a day, all that will become a dream. You might wish that you had a 9 to 5 job, and you had enough of the adventure when the ship rocks and rolls. But just hang in there. You started your career, and it's time for you to grow up. ETO is going to remain an ETO, but I wish all of you become chief engineers one day. And why chief engineers? Become ship owners. Great thought, no? I've known a lot of electrical officers who have made it as superintendents, engineering superintendents, become chief engineers. So why not you? Right? Don't be lethargic. Don't say, bas, itna paisa, bas ho gaya, and all that. Another thing is this chalta hai attitude, In India, we got all this, come late, chalta hai. I have people who come late and they argue with me. So what? 10 minutes late. I don't believe that. You're going to be international sailors, be 5 minutes before time. Value the other person's time. Maybe you don't care for your time, but value the other person, right? It's very important. The world outside is different. When you go sail over there, look at that land, bring into India, bring into your families, bring into your friends, the culture, the good part of it. You understand? Now, like they say, a wise man learns from others' mistakes. An average man learns from his mistakes, and an idiot never learns. So I think there are a lot of websites that you all Google on. There is MAIB and the NTSB. Go there, have a look at it. See what all are the incidents that have happened in this world. Learn and have something called humility, There's one thing in India we don't honor. There's no dignity for labor. We think people who are below us, we are all human beings born in God's own image. Remember that. You can learn from anyone on board a ship, right? When you become big people, pass on the message to the others as well. I've told you that incident about honesty and all that, right? About the Croatian guy. Yeah, I don't need to repeat it again. And most important of all, you're ambassadors of our nation, right? You're going as an Indian. Behave yourself. You've been observed all the time. So it's not that they call Indians as inferior. One thing, when you go to USA or when you go on board a ship, keep your cabins clean, please. This is something that the US Coast Guard always comes on board, and they find that the Asians maintain their toilets very dirty. I've read their books on how to improve on it. They say counseling. It's not a very good thing, okay? They come and inspect the ship, and they find that Indians, their cabins are very dirty. Please, let's keep up our image. Understand what because it's not only you, it's me as well. So the rest of the things we have told you time and again, work hard, right? Finish your task in time, okay? Please do not treat the ship like your mobile. Read the manual before you open any equipment, right? You got 8 months to learn all that. Do it, right? And before I call it off, I wish you all the best in your careers. Would like to see us chief engineers in the years to come. Smooth sailing, safe voyages. Take care. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our head of the institute, Mr. Birwadkar, to address the cadets and the other audience. Sir?
Yeah, thank you, Shilpa. Am I audible? Everything fine? Am I audible? The auditorium also? So just before I start my speech formally, just want to make a few comments. In comparison to yesterday, the IT is seamless. It's very nice today. Shilpa has prepared the batch very well. She's spoken very well. Anuj Patil spoke very well. The video graphic memos was excellent, which was missing yesterday again. So all in all, very, very nice passing out thus far. So thank you and congratulations. Well done. Mr. Salil Raghavan, head of HR, Captain Sethi, who is not here unfortunately, has been hospitalized to undergo a knee surgery, and we wish him successful operation and speedy and full recovery. Captain Philip John, the Vice Principal, Mr. Milind Kulkarni, Head of Engineering Department, Shilpa herself, course in charge, faculty members, instructors, workshop supervisors, librarian, admin staff of GEIMS, parents of the cadets of ETO batch 25, for whom this is a very big day, and other distinguished guests. A very, very good morning to you all. As always, I'm very happy to be part of this August gathering to witness the passing out event for the ETO 25 batch. Congratulations to all who have passed, excelled, and come out with flying colors. Of course, special mention of the rank holders and prize winners whose names were announced sometime earlier. Sadly, due to the COVID positive cases and the need to safeguard the health of the cadet and all others in the campus, we had to put down a clamp down on the visitors, and hence this is being done in a hybrid manner. We were looking forward to the visit of the chief guest to GEIMS and sharing his valuable suggestions for further improvement after a round of the campus. We hope Salil can make it at a later date for his convenience. But all said and done, we are truly obliged by him taking time out from his busy schedule and agreeing to attend this event. Thank you, Salil. So just a brief, out of the 30 cadets in this batch, 15 have been selected or close to being selected by different companies. Rest will also be recruited shortly. This batch, unfortunately, none are joining JESCO due to the current saturation, but no issues. All will be joining standard and good companies for our commitment, and that too very soon. Dear cadets, you need to remember this institute has just laid the foundation of your career path, and you all can agree with me that this is a mighty strong foundation. You know, Great Eastern and GEIMS has a big reputation to to fall upon. So we have to do our best all the time, and we tend to do it. Now it is up to you, cadets, to take it forward and do all the hard work and grasp the nuances of your trade. Shilpa and the other faculty members have taught you all to the best of their abilities, and I'm sure you will use all of this knowledge to good stead and use it profitably when learning the art of your trade on board the ships. So give it all, spend long hours to train yourselves. Please ensure you check with the seniors regarding the correct procedures and read the manuals before you try to do something. You have to do that basic things before you tend to do something on board, because surely there will be some point which we may miss out on, and it can lead to bigger disasters. So please do follow the protocol and the procedures before attempting anything, if not for anything else, but to make sure that you are not missing out on the smaller points. Please also ensure that everything is done with proper supervision and you take adequate assistance. Don't try to do things on your own, especially knowing that when you're alone in a remote, isolated place, and if you have some breakdown or disaster or accident, very, very rarely will you find somebody to come up promptly, and sometimes time can be an essence. So please make sure that you have support and people around you before you attempt to do something. Follow all procedures, do all the risk management as required, toolbox meetings, coordination between departments, and also between colleagues, so that there is proper planning, correct execution, and that will definitely ensure a good result. Try and inculcate safety in what you do, as I have been harping on this in various times. I've interacted with you all and with other batches also. Behavior-based safety is something which should be coming into your behavior itself, that, you know, whatever you do with safety as paramount. You think that, okay, I'm doing this, will there be any issues? Am I doing the correct way? What precautions should I take? What are the hidden issues? All of that should be part of your thinking in a everyday life also. Like, even if you're eating food or even if you're walking down the steps, every time think about, am I doing it correctly? Am I missing out on something? So that will definitely help you all to avoid accidents, incidents, and keep you safeguarded all the time. what has been seen by us as when we do the analysis, which is done by our safety department, that mostly accidents and incidents are appearing with or occurring with the trainees, junior ranks, and also junior ranks in the crew category. And this is obviously due to the fact that they are not following procedures, they're not aware of how to do things correctly, or for that matter, not working under supervision. So please, my request that you check with your seniors regarding the correct way of doing things. Remember, you not only owe it to yourself, but to your parents and near and dear ones, that you have to remain hale and hearty. If you have an accident and you will lose some part of your body, remember that's a permanent loss. And who will suffer most? You and of course your parents. So please do not adopt unsafe practices which can be detrimental to you and also maybe also detrimental to the other people on board, or maybe to the ship itself or to the environment. So that's why you need to follow all the practices correctly. Now, another word of caution. You'll be entering into unknown territory on board your company ships. And let me just assure you and caution you that this is not like in any other industries ashore. It's a big challenge, both mentally and physically. Why? Because it's sheer hard work up the ladder, but more importantly, you need to be mentally strong because you're away from your family and near and dear ones. Then you're out at sea for a long period of time. You don't see any land, you don't see anything which is obviously all the time ashore. And then thirdly, you are with the same complement on board. There are 23, 24 people who are there, and you see the same faces day in and day out. With some people, you may not get along well, or with some people, you may get along well, but still you have no other choice but to interact and do maybe as per their commands, or if you are a senior to them, then make them do as per your command. And this happens till somebody signs off, or there's a replacement who comes as a change for him. So remember that these are all huge challenges. We have done some extra sessions of life skill training with an external faculty called Namita Date, and you had 6 sessions, I think, or 6 whole days on weekends. And I'm sure that has all helped you to make you mentally strong and probably be aware of what can be the pressures and challenges, and then accordingly to be prepared for them. So as I said, it's very important to keep sane, focused, and concentrate on what you're doing fully. Make sure that you're giving you 100% each time so that you ensure there is perfection in all what you do. I can only say that I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best. Always strive to make your parents and more importantly, GEIMS proud of your achievement. As I keep saying to every batch that you are now the brand ambassadors of this glorious and reputed institute. And as Captain John mentioned yesterday, which I agree, that also you're brand ambassadors of the country because your ships are doing foreign voyages and you go to different countries. So you must ensure that you are always working hard to enhance the reputation of GEIMS. But having said that, I do not have the slightest of doubts that you'll make every effort to do that. So please take very good care of yourselves, especially as you know, these are very difficult times and you know all what the world has been through the last couple of years. So you need to ensure that you all are safe, healthy, and also in regular touch with the parents and near and dear ones so that they are also aware that you're safe and sound, healthy, etc. So wishing you in the maritime words, bon voyages, safe sailing, calm seas, and total fulfillment of your and your parents' dreams and aspirations. Thank you so much, friends. All the very best and have a very nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was very informative and inspirational speech. And now I request our chief guest, Mr. Salil Raghavan, to kindly address the cadets and the audience.
Thank you, Shilpa. Am I audible? All right. Good morning, Captain John, David, Shilpa, other faculty members, all the staff members, and dear students and proud parents. Okay, so it's this time I'm doing it virtually. I was a very frequent visitor to GMS till COVID struck. In fact, David and we were playing, cricket, a long time ago, when we were in our younger days, and David was an outstanding wicket keeper. So I remember those days in terms of, getting bashed up by the GMS boys, no, in our tournaments. So, so thanks for inviting me to this passing out event. My basic qualification is industrial engineering. So I was not a great engineer. So that made me to, look for other pastures and do my MBA. So I landed up in HR after having done my basic in engineering. Even in engineering, one subject I really struggled to, learn is electrical engineering. And I barely managed to pass, thanks to some friends in electrical engineering who taught me the basic essential to crack the exam. Crack means, okay, just pass the exam. Okay. So, so all of you are, electrical engineering is a great field in terms of, it's like a parent to many other fields like electronics or computer science or whatever. So, so it's a great, wonderful field, to have learned. So in today's, shipping world, electrical engineer is a very, very vital position. It reports directly to the chief engineer. The modern shipping is dependent on automation and electronics. You all know that, I'm maybe just reporting, whose maintenance can be only done by an expert, people like you after proper training. So you are going to handle a big opportunity in future. No, so this kind of an opportunity people may not get at a younger age to handle. And along with that responsibility, this is also an avenue for learning. And I strongly believe that, one can learn. It's a lifetime opportunity for learning. No, and okay, this is this is only a beginning of your career. We don't know how many of you will be sticking to shipping. Those who are sticking to shipping or those who are not. No. Once you have learning opportunities, you can build your career based on that. So this could be a small step which can change your life forever. Okay. I would like to talk maybe or mention or talk about, or narrate two stories. So both are about engineers. And when we look at, or when we just, look back at who were some of those outstanding electrical engineers. I was just doing, because I was suddenly asked to make a speech, to be invited yesterday for this function. So I was just looking at who were some of those, guys, contributed to the field of electrical engineering. So I came across one person. All of us know this person. I'm not going to narrate, I'm just giving some cues for the students. This person is a very well-known electrical engineer. He's a Serbian, okay? So other than, the only Serbian I knew was Novak Djokovic, or currently I know it's Novak Djokovic. So this person is a Serbian American, okay? There is a unit named after him. So can you, any cues, whom I'm going to speak about? Any guesses from the audience? Students, you're free to speak.
Yes, few of them are saying, sir, I'm giving their answers because they can't reach out here. Some of them are saying Tesla.
That's right. Okay. So it is Nikola Tesla. He's a Serbian American inventor, electrical and, okay, some credit to my field also, mechanical engineer. Though he did not formally receive a degree, from institute. So like, Bill Gates, he did not have a formal degree. So he worked for, you may know about Tesla. So he worked for Edison for a while, and their relationship were not smooth between Edison and Tesla. And electrical engineer, you should be knowing, okay, his work on alternating currents and induction motor and all that were major achievements. And this was, in 1888, I'm talking about. And he also built, or almost built, a wireless boat. I'm talking about late 80s or early 90s, 20th century. And he had 300 patents to his name. So what an inspiration, to be somebody like a Nikola Tesla. So all of us have that capability. All of us have that potential. And having taken the field of electrical engineer, there is something to learn from an inventor, a discoverer like Nikola Tesla. So if I had to speak about, that's the spirit of inquiry and his passion for this field, you know, and also his contribution, I mean, his need to contribute for the society, you know, at large, which made him, maybe during his lifetime, he was not, recognized to that extent. Maybe post that, and thanks to Elon Musk, we all know about Tesla now, you know, much more frequently. The other story I'm going to talk about, I'm quite glad to know that there is a girl student in this batch, Suman, if am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So, so that's, okay, hats off to your courage, confidence, and spirit to pursue a career which is not so typical for women in India. And so I just, recalled, or I am reminded of, this is an article which I read in one of those BBC history magazine about the first woman engineer. Okay, her name is Victoria Drummond. And she sailed for almost 30 months, 30 years, not 30 months, 30 years, no, in a total male bastion. No, she had to undergo, various obstacles, and she stood by her passion, no, and she worked as well as, as good as, or she was a very, very competent engineer, and she was awarded by the Queen an MBE for her, contribution. It was a very path-breaking story. So, Suman, okay, so, wishing you all the success in this field. You are going to be one of the model cadets for us in terms of, or, for women in India to pursue this career. There is a skew. we have to admit there is a skew, whether it's a GME or whether it's ETO, there is a skew. So we have to break that barrier, because otherwise, we are not, okay, today, we are talking about, David and I, with the institute faculty, when we look at quality of students, we see that we don't have enough applications, though we get about 1:20 or whatever currently, but we still feel if women are underrepresented, in this field. So if that skew is, we are able to overcome that mindset barrier, probably we'll be, be able to improve our quality of staff on board. Okay, so these are two stories I wanted to mention. Now, to conclude, I would urge each one of you to work hard to realize your potential. You have to dream big. So this is only a beginning. What you're going to achieve today and maybe in the next 12 to 18 months. This is only a beginning. It's only a stepping stone. And keep, very audacious, big and audacious goals for yourself. Make yourself proud, make your parents proud, make your family proud, make your institute proud. That opportunity is literally in your hand. Once again, wishing you all the very best. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very, very inspirational speech and especially empowering women. I now request Mr. Kulkarni, sir, to please present the memento to our chief guest. This will also will deliver it to you to Mumbai, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kulkarni, sir.
Shilpa, don't forget the fudge and the chicky also.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget the fudge and chicky along with the memento.
This is
Yes,
from,
sir. Sure, sir.
this is from Cooper or something, is it? Where
Yes,
is it?
Yes, sir.
Lonavala speciality, and the
Lonavala
institute traditional moment gift to the guests.
guest. So now, vote of thanks. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver this vote of thanks for this event to all of you. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Salil Raghavan, sir, who honored the function with his inspirational thoughts I would like to thank our head of the institute, vice principal, faculties, cadets, staff members, admin, library, IT, for making this function a grand success. And also thank each and every person, housekeeping, canteen staff, everyone who contributed their jobs and responsibilities to make the batch pass out successful today. And I have also been obligated to the parents who are present online, and your participation and suggestion always help us. On this note, I would wish all the very best to all the cadets, all the very best for a very, very successful career ahead of you, and Jai Hind. Now I request everybody please stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Raghavan, sir. Thank you, Birwadkar, sir.
Thank you,
Now I would
Shilpa.
like
Thank you
to
very much.
request everybody to come outside for the photo. Thank you, sir.
We also need to come there outside for the photo.
I wish you would have been here.
Next time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Cheers.